Hi everyone, this is Yo Dog, I Heard You Like Ponies, and today I'm doing a very highly requested video as I show you how I clean and restore all of my ponies. Now, a lot of the ponies I get from my collection are either, most of them secondhand, either from other collectors or eBay or thrift shopping, and so sometimes they come a little dirty, sometimes their hair is a little messed up, so I always make sure to wash them very nicely, and I really highly recommend each time that you get a new pony that you wash them. And so I'm going to show you how I in particular do this. So the pony I'm going to demonstrate on is G1 UK exclusive Honeycomb. She came to me from a UK trade, and I told her please don't restore her and wash her so I can do it myself. She has some surface dirt on her. You can see that very clearly on the video. She's supposed to be pure white, and you can see she has some splotches and her hair is a little messy, so we're going to fix that very soon. So first things first, I'm going to show you all the supplies I keep in a little caddy to restore my ponies. So the first one obviously is shampoo and conditioner. These ones that I have actually are really good, like salon quality shampoos, but honestly I've used like L'Oreal Kids before, so really any spare shampoo that you have is fine. Just make sure whatever conditioner you have, make sure it's a very nice and thick conditioner. That's really important. The second thing I use regularly is some sort of like antibacterial hand soap and a toothbrush. This I'll just scrub the bodies of the ponies so they're really nice and clean and disinfected. The next things are a comb and a brush, and as you can see, these ones I only use for ponies. I wouldn't really mix and match, like use a brush on you and then use it on the pony and use it on you. You just don't know where they've been, so I just want to make sure that they're exclusively for my ponies and I don't use them for myself. But you can use the pony combs that come with them. I just feel like the ones that are like human sized are just easier to use. They're easier on your hands. I think my personal favorite thing that I used to clean ponies with are these Mr. Clean Magic erasers. I think in other countries they're called like melamine sponges, and you can probably find them like just like a brand name or even like a generic, but basically you just wet them and you scrub the ponies and they really help with surface dirt. Just be careful, I wouldn't really use them on anything painted, like painted eyes or their symbols, just in case if it rubs it off. I've never had this problem before, but I wouldn't risk it. And really the last thing I have little curlers. So these are literally from the dollar store. I'll show you how to use them when we curl Honeycomb's hair. So I have these larger curlers that snap off, or you can even use straws, like drinking straws, and cut them and attach them with rubber bands onto their hair. That's good for like if you want smaller kinky curls, or if they're G4s and they have less hair. They're really easy to make like a bunch of curls with them. Alright, so first things first, let's scrub her body. I have my little toothbrush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the dish soap on it. So let's just make her nice and wet, and I'm just going to scrub all over. We could turn the water off and scrub all her whole body, and between her wings, in between her legs right here. Make sure she's nice and squeaky clean. And you can see some of the surface dirt is actually rubbing off already just with the toothbrush. And she's becoming nice and squeaky clean right now. So make sure, it's starting to sud and everything, sud up. And you just rinse her afterwards. And then on to the next step. Okay, so the next thing after the soap I usually do is to use the magic eraser. So all you do is just rinse, put some water on it. And then I just kind of lather it, just rub her with it pretty, with a little bit of force. So you can see there's a little bit of like a paint smudge on here. So if we keep scrubbing with the magic eraser, you're gonna see that that spot is completely gone. These magic erasers really are magic for that kind of thing. And a lot of surface dirt. So I'm just scrubbing again, being careful around her eyes and her blush and her symbols that are painted on. I've never myself really seen it wipe them off, but just in case, I just feel like just to be safe rather than sorry, I wouldn't really rub those too much. But as you can see, after the magic eraser, look at how clean her body is between the magic eraser and the toothbrush and everything. It looks so much better. All right, so we've cleaned her body with the magic eraser and the soap. So how about we start with some shampoo? I've already washed and just made her hair nice and wet, so I'm just going to scrub some shampoo in. You don't need to really use a lot. I mean, they don't really have too much hair, but I'm making like a nice lather, as you can see on her, making sure it's nice and covered, and just rinse her really quickly. Nice, there we go. And she smells so good now between the pumpkin scented soap and the shampoo. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could smell how nice and clean she smells. Alright, so I really think the most important step is right now I'm adding a bunch of a conditioner. You can see it's a really thick conditioner, and I put a ton of it in here. You're gonna see it's like amazing what conditioner can do for pony's hair, especially if it's dry or frizzy at all. And you're just gonna lather it in again, a nice good amount. Make sure if you really want to invest money into it, anything, make sure you have a really nice conditioner. So I really slathered it in her tail, and we'll do the same thing with her mane. And we're actually going to let this sit here for a few minutes in their hair to make sure it all settles in and it works their magic. So I would kind of leave it for just maybe like a minute or two. I know people that leave it in there for like maybe like an hour or so. And I don't really know if that works any better, but just leave it in for a few minutes and see what happens. If it's really, really bad, I guess you can always just leave it in or do another conditioner treatment. So we've let the conditioner sit there for a few minutes, and now here's where the magic happens. You're gonna just kind of just pull your hand through her hair and make sure that the conditioner is all coming off, and you're gonna really notice a change in texture, how smooth the hair is. Again, I wish I could really you could feel it as I am in the video, but if you ever tried this with your ponies, putting conditioner in their hair makes their hair so smooth and soft. It really is the most important step. So I'm just putting it through her hair, making sure we're going to rinse all the conditioner off and rinse her body off if there's any on there. And look at how nice and smooth her hair looks now. Now I'm just going to take my brush and just kind of brush through her hair, make sure if there's any like little fuzzies or whatever in her hair that they're all gone, and just brush through her tail. If the tails are really, really frizzy, or if the manes are really, really frizzy, I would recommend just really gently brushing through the bottoms, like of the ends of their tail or their mane first, and working your way up, just like I did right now. And just make sure that all the tangles are all nice and smoothed out just before we see there's a little bit of a kink in her tail, to make sure before we put the curlers in. Alright, so now Honeycomb is so nice and clean, and her hair is so smooth and silky. So right now, it's kind of optional. You can either just kind of just put her on a towel and let her dry overnight. Sometimes people will wrap the tail around a leg to make sure there's a little bit of a curl. But what I do sometimes is curl their hair. Again, this is totally optional. If you don't want curly hair on them, that's fine. But I just have like these dollar store curlers, and they come apart, and all you really do on their manes like this. There we go. I'm just gonna put her mane like this and just wrap. This is hard to do with one hand. All you do is just wrap their little mane around with the curler. Make sure it's all in there, and put this top on. Loop, just like that. Look at how cute she looks with her little curler in. I'm going to do the same thing with the tail. Just take one of the little curlers and undo it, and just wrap the tail around the curler, just like so. Put the top on there. Ta-da! Just like that. Make sure that all the hair is in there. And now, just leave her overnight on your sink, or you can even put her on a towel. And in the morning, I'll show you how nice and clean and curly her hair is. Alrighty, so it's the next morning, and the little Honeycomb here, her hair is nice and dry. I usually dry them overnight just to make sure that they're still not a little moist. So we're just going to take the curlers off. Oh my goodness, look at that cute little curl in her mane now. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. And again, you don't have to curl their hair if you don't want to, but these little dollar store curlers, or even using straws like I showed you, look at how cute she looks. So look at how clean she is. She smells so good. Again, I wish you guys could smell her, and her hair looks wonderful. And I hope you guys found this tutorial useful for cleaning up all of your little ponies. So make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see me review any more pony sets or do another cleaning video for you guys, okay? Thank you.